Deborah almost made it. Almost. The school authorities had tried to keep her safe. They had hidden her inside the school security office. A taxi had been called to rush her off the campus. All she had to do was make it out of the office and into the taxi. But she didn't make it. Let's talk about it. Deborah Samuel Yakubu was a 200 level home economics student at the Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto State. She was 21 years old. Her class had a WhatsApp group. It was meant for announcements, lectures, exams, the sort of group that almost every class has. Eventually, people started sending all sorts into the chat. It wasn't just about school anymore. Religious messages were being shared there regularly. And according to reports, Deborah objected to that. On the morning of May 12th, 2022, she sent a voice note into the group chat. She was speaking Hausa. She said that people needed to stop sending things that didn't have to do with schoolwork into the group chat. She also made comments about the Prophet Muhammad that some members of the group believed to be blasphemous. At first, after her messages, the group went silent. Then the replies started coming in. Disbelief, anger, more anger. According to several reports, some people in the group told Deborah to withdraw what she had said and to apologize. But she didn't. Whether she believed that she had not done anything wrong or she simply didn't realize how serious the situation had become isn't something that I can say for sure, That message did not stay within the group for long. Before long, the voice note had spread beyond the class WhatsApp group. It reached people outside of the campus. Deborah came from a Christian family. For some of the people listening to that recording, it wasn't just what she had said that angered them. It was also the fact that they believed that somebody who wasn't a Muslim had insulted the Prophet Muhammad. The atmosphere was changing. Something was coming. News of that voice note, like I said, it spread quickly. Some students wanted Deborah punished. Others were trying to calm the situation, explain that she didn't mean it that way. Around 9 o'clock that morning, the situation had become so serious that the school contacted the police for help. They said a mob was beginning to gather. Now, realizing that Deborah was no longer safe, the school authorities rushed her to the school's security office and they locked her in there, while arrangements were made to get her off the campus. According to what people said, a taxi had been called already to take her to the police station. She was very close to getting out. But before she could make it out of the security office and into the taxi, the crowd forced its way to where she was. Then they dragged her outside. What happened next was captured on video. Deborah was pulled out of the security office. They shouted at her, they pushed her, they beat her, they threw stones at her. It was relentless. It was very violent. Eventually, tires were placed around her body and she was set on fire. This attack happened in broad daylight, on the school campus, in front of a crowd. Nobody seemed to be able to stop what was happening. More and more people kept joining in the attack. Others recorded it. Later, those videos spread across Nigeria. People were horrified. The reaction was immediate. Shehu Shagari College of Education was shut down indefinitely. The police announced that 2 suspects had been arrested in connection with Deborah's killing. The Sultan of Sokoto condemned what had happened and called for those responsible to be brought to justice. President Muhammadu Buhari also condemned the killing, saying that no one had the right to take the law into their own hands. He ordered an investigation. But the arrest did not calm everyone down. Instead, protests broke out in parts of Sokoto. Some protesters demanded that the 2 suspects be released immediately. Chaos was growing. A curfew was imposed across the city. And the reaction to Deborah's killing wasn't limited to Sokoto. Politicians, religious leaders, human rights organizations across Nigeria started condemning the killing. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar initially condemned Deborah's killing on social media. But after he faced backlash for some reason from people in his comments, he deleted the post. He said it had been misrepresented and it was creating more division. He said he hadn't even written it himself. The protests did not stay peaceful. Churches were attacked. Christian-owned businesses and buildings were vandalized. Vehicles were burnt down. It was actual chaos. Bishop Matthew Kuka later said that several Catholic churches and church properties had been targeted as well. Then the case went to court eventually. 2 men were arrested from Deborah's killing, remember? So many people expected them to face murder charges, right? No. They were charged with criminal conspiracy and inciting public disturbance. That decision shocked Nigerians. Many lawyers and human rights organizations questioned why the charges did not reflect the fact that Deborah had been killed. Who was going to answer for her murder? The 2 accused men were represented by 34 lawyers. Meanwhile, the prosecution kept failing to appear in court. Why? I don't know. The case was postponed. Then again. Eventually, the court threw the case out after the prosecution repeatedly failed to present its case. They just didn't show up in court. Years later, Amnesty International said Deborah's killers still had not been brought to justice. After Deborah was buried, her family's life changed. They no longer felt safe where they lived, so Apostle Chibuzo Gift Chinyere, the founder of Omega Power Ministry, stepped in. Reports say that he moved Deborah's family to Port Harcourt, gave them a place to live, gave them a car, helped her parents to start a business, and settled them down. So yes, they survived, thank God, but they had to start life over in a different place without their daughter because of something that started inside a class WhatsApp group.